Namaste. I am Spirit from Spiritual Sanctuary Rescue. Okay. So today is a series uh, that I started from the beginning, deleted ancestral history. So let's get on with it. This is it. I always do this inspirational because it helps a lot of people and it helps myself. Okay, to give me inspiration. All right. Practicing what we preach. Oh, yes, Lord. Amen to that. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. Mhm. But whoever obeys the law is happy. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. Yeah, I want to say something about that. Practice what you preach. This was something that I put a lot of emphasis on when I had my daughter. So I made sure that what I told my daughter that I was practicing. And this helped her out a lot to understand and me to uh, mentor her as my child. And this does help her to grow up into a very spiritual, loving, caring child, a child of God. And I thank God for that, for showing me this. Okay? As you willing to practice the philosophies you preach, hopefully so. Otherwise, you will be tormented by inconsistencies between your beliefs and your behaviors. If you like to enjoy the rewards of a clear conscience, it's up to you and only you to make certain your actions are guided by your beliefs. Nobel Peace Prize winner Jane Addams once noted, "The worth of every conviction consists precisely in the steadfastness with which it is held." How steadfastly do you hold your convictions? Mhm. If your convictions are firmly held and clearly demonstrated by your actions, congratulations. You already learned one of life's most important lessons. Convictions aren't really worth very much until they are put into practice. Okay? When your good behavior speaks for itself, don't interrupt. I like that. Arthur is unknown. So, all right, this series, like I said, excuse me, I have allergies and I've had a flare up of my psoriasis. And I'm still plaque psoriasis. That's like scales that form and fall off. And when the flare comes, it's awful. And that's what I've been having. And I remember that. And today, I remember that. And I gave my doctor that information. So hopefully they can treat me soon for it. And it probably will cause probably IV, uh, like with my sarcoidosis, to uh, put it in remission. And hopefully, and I pray that they do this because the sarcoidosis is in remission, but this plaque, uh, plaque psoriasis is worrying me, and it's causing me to really scratch up my skin and cause terrible, terrible itching. And I don't want to get an infection, but I already have got the infection. I have an abscess that I'm suffering with too. But I know I'll be all right. And also, lately, I want to be transparent and let you all know what I'm going through. Uh, our refrigerator quit on us, but it's old. Uh, so my daughter called the owner, and she's sending over the refrigerator in the morning between 7 and 11 a.m. So now uh, the freezer wasn't freezing, so hardly freezing. I like ice, and I like ice water, and it's like cold, not to the point that I like, but it's not freezing things like fruit popsicles, things like that. But it is holding uh, like the seafood and stuff. Thank God, and we're not losing that. So we'll have that tomorrow. Hopefully, then I can order a little bit of groceries. But it's all right. Blessing is coming always. Okay, so here we go. Uh, let's see. This is from, I will say it's called identity confusion because our people are confused about their identity. And I say this because, let me turn it like that. From the first time our ancestors stepped on this God-forsaken land, our identity was taken, all right, by the Europeans. They started indoctrinating our ancestors uh, from brainwashing. Whatever we were then and whatever we had from where we came from, we had to forget. So, thus, the identity confusion, even today, because the rape started, the rape of women and of men. And whatever we knew started being indoctrinated at that time. So, what we became and is now is not our ancestors. It is not, we are not the people that came here. All right. We are something that was made from uh, the Europeans, from indoctrination and brainwashing. So it is not us. Okay. We have no connection to our ancestors. Now began the brainwashing. They wanted our ancestors to be totally, totally alone. No family, no friends, no neighbors, no origination uh, from our family. We didn't know. We started forgetting our ancestors, their names, where they came from, all of this, so that our enslavers could take advantage of our ancestors easily, easily. Okay? Uh, because they knew that if they did not take all of this away, that they would not succeed. No, they would not have succeeded. So they had to take everything away from our ancestors to the point that they had nothing. So now, like I said, the raping begins of women and men, and we are nothing. We are, our ancestors are a minority. And that's what the enslavers today call us. Okay? And that begins the dilution of our ancestral DNA. All right? So now we are no longer identified. We can't be as a race. We're not a race anymore. Okay? Who are we then? That's where the identity confusion comes from. Because our people are a people of color. Our DNA has been diluted by the enslavers. So, who are we then? We're not a race anymore. No, because we are so diluted that like with my DNA comes from four different ethnicities in four different countries. So, who am I? I can no longer identify as a race. Okay, what race? So, this causes so much confusion in our people and other people. Officially and scientifically, we are not a race at all. So, my point is this: at this juncture, our people can decide to make themselves over or decide to continue to be enslaved and dictated by them, by the Europeans, being confused by our unknown identity. Because we don't, well, I do, because I checked my DNA, but I'm slowly learning as I research more that there is more lineage within that lineage that my forefathers and mothers came from. So it could be as much as anywhere now. It's like four ethnicity, but with the my research, it could be more than 10 more ethnicities that I, I find out. So I cannot and thus do not call myself a race. I call if you want a distinction and a transparency and an honesty, I am a multi ethnic person. And I pay homage to those ethnic, ethnicical blood within me. I have a pride for these people, and they are within me. So I do not conform to what our enslavers want us to be. I do not. I did not when I was young, and my father did not. Okay? And I will continue to fight for our history, our true history, not the history of the enslavers. Okay? But our origins. Where did we come from specifically? And what was our law and our ethics? And what did we live by? I feel in my spirit that we were a very spiritual people. Very. Okay, from the tip of our hair to the tip of our toes. I can feel that. I am very empathic. And I, as well, it is other people of our people can feel the spirituality within us. And it's like a peaceful calm within us, which our enslavers did not and do not have within them. They don't understand us, okay? Because we can be spiritual and thus wait the patience that we have within us. They don't have, okay? Uh, make yourself over into who you can take ownership in, that you can take your ownership in. Because my true identity is based in 4 or more countries, as I said. And I cannot honestly say I'm a race. What race? Okay. Jewish, uh, Malian, uh, Cherokee Indian, Mayan. I would not, if I said that, I would not be paying homage to my Cherokee ancestry, my Mayan ancestry, the Mexican ancestry, or the Jewish, or the West African ancestry from Mali. So I am multi ethnic. I'm paying homage and respect to my ancestors from those countries, and I always will. Okay, so I take ownership for my own life, not my enslavers. I identify as multi ethnic. I choose to pay homage to all my known ancestors and my future known ancestors. Okay? And not continuing to be in bondage in 2024 by our enslavers. Okay? Enslavers who continue to try to keep their control over a people who are stronger than them in so many, many ways will fail. A destiny, this effort is based on in policies and rules of many, many people and states of our enslavers. Okay? So, our destiny, which I say is manifested and will be manifested, God has revealed that we will be given our identity back. All back, which was taken, our manifested blessings. All we have to do is wait, listen to the Lord, and prepare. And if you do not realize it now, enslavers, this can and will not be stopped. No one is in control. You might think you are, and it might look that way, but with God, mm-mm. The blessing for our people is on the way. We no longer will be looked on with disrespect by our enslavers, but respect, because God will cover all that was taken, our life, our identity. He will replace it all, and we will know inside us spiritually who we are and our destiny as a people. Okay? Our destiny will be realized and revealed to us by God. Okay? Because God gave me a gift. And I believe this gift is all from my forefathers. I am very empathic, and He will reveal to us exactly who we are. The confusion will be taken away. There will no longer, our people will no longer be confused by our identity or division of our people. He is putting all things in place so we accept all, be able to manage all are denied wealth and thrive for future generation from our wealth that God will give back to us, not just in money, land, or anything else, but spiritual things that the enslavers took away from us. This will be given back to us as a people. God has revealed that. So during this time, God is not ignoring our people. He's preparing us, and He is preparing a way and moving negative things away, throwing things out and replacing them. So we will know who we are and what to do when He gives us back our identity. And He will. I feel it. I feel it so strongly within my spirituality. And I thank God for that. But me as a person today, I'm not confused about who I am. I am the daughter and child of God. And I am multi ethnic, and I pay homage to all the people that came before me. And we are all going to be blessed. We just have to wait and be patient, and most of all, forgive our enslavers. I do. Okay. All right. There are things we as a people need to know and learn before we receive all this abundance, not just in money, but everything else. Okay? So no one in the future can take anything away from us again. All right? Information, our people had to go through all this, even now. So our blessing as people can be manifested. All we have to do is be better, forgive them, and prepare our people for this because all this is coming. We as a people will be made whole at last. Okay? We just have to remember as a people, spiritual people, to be better than our enslavers. And we have to work at that because we can forgive, but we can't forget. That's right. And God knows that. That's why He's preparing us right now for our manifest blessing. Okay? And He has sent me to help, to educate, and to get everyone ready. That's why I'm here today. And that is my person, purpose, and my destiny. So, now I hope you enjoyed this part of my series. And God sends me the information and where to get my research. So, this is from God. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay. There. Okay. Uh, Empowering question. And the question is this, and I have not seen it. Here it is. What are my most important values? Honesty. I value honesty. And I am always honest about every single thing in my life. And if you want to be a part of my life, that have to be the most important value in your life also. And this I have taught my daughter also. So this is uh, her most important value also. How are they reflected in my life and my daily decisions? It's reflected in everything, every single aspect of my life and my decisions are made on honesty. That's me. Okay? So I will say I'm itching so much from my psoriasis. Uh, Thank you for coming and thank you for supporting me. And please watch this all the way to the end. And I will see you soon. Take care of yourself and each other. And please remember, pass it on. See you soon.